Exclusive The Young and the Restless spoilers Friday, July 17th. Matt's risky move, Devin's meltdown, and Victor and Nikki reunite. Matt stirs up new trouble, Devin's emotions spiral out of control, and Victor and Nikki take a surprising step toward rebuilding their relationship. This article contains spoilers for the upcoming episode of The Young and the Restless, airing Thursday, July 16th in Canada and Friday, July 17th in the United States. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, July 17th, indicate that Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, makes an unsettling move, while Devin Hamilton Winters, Brighton James, has a meltdown. Plus, a super couple starts over. Learn more about what's going down during Friday's show below. Key takeaways. Matt makes a shocking move that rattles Noah and Sienna's fragile relationship. Devin's emotional meltdown leaves Lily and Nate deeply concerned. Victor and Nikki agree to a fresh start after their latest bitter showdown. Noah's distrust of Matt threatens to ignite another explosive confrontation. Old wounds remain open as Genoa City's biggest feuds continue to intensify. Matt Clark makes waves. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, July 17th, reveal that Matt does something that creates waves where Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, and Noah Newman, Lucas Adams are concerned. While Sienna is indifferent to Matt's declaration that he's a changed man, Noah doesn't trust him one bit. Unfortunately, all Matt has to pull is one wrong move, whether that be intentional or unintentional, and Noah will see red. Does this have to do with Genoa City's shadow room? Will he do something at the club that triggers Noah or sparks a fight between Noah and Sienna? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Devin Winters' meltdown. Speaking of being triggered, it sounds like Devin will have another outburst. Added teasers imply that Devin will do something that worries Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic. Devin has some pent-up anger, and he's been known to lash out lately. While Devin has made it clear that he isn't a fan of Lily and Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, reuniting, the underlying issue is Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, and her kidnapping of Dominic Winters' chancellor, Ethan Ray Clark. Devin is having a hard time forgiving her and taking it out on other situations. So, what does he do during Friday's episode to raise alarms? Fresh chapter. Finally, The Young and the Restless spoilers for July 17th hint that Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, and Victor Newman, Eric Braden, will decide to start over. This couldn't possibly mean they're agreeing on a reunion, could it? While they were on good terms initially after her eye surgery, when Nikki went to see Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, at the hospital during the Wednesday, July 15th show, they fell 10 steps behind. Victor viewed Nikki's visit as a betrayal and has been spicy with her ever since. As Nikki is set to get her bandages off, could they agree to a fresh start? Nikki has claimed that she won't fully reunite with Victor until he apologizes for bringing Patty Williams, Stacey Hayduke, back to town and for all the trouble this has caused the Abbotts. Victor saying, "I'm sorry," is unlikely, so perhaps this do-over is more about being civil with one another in front of their kids and grandchildren than anything else. Genoa City has never been a place where secrets stay buried for long, and this week proves exactly why. As old wounds reopen and dangerous choices threaten to change lives forever, 3 unforgettable stories collide in dramatic fashion. Matt gambles everything on a risky move that could either make him a powerful player or destroy his future. Devin reaches an emotional breaking point after betrayal strikes too close to home. Meanwhile, Victor and Nikki discover that even after countless storms, love may still be the strongest force holding them together. The tension begins when Matt finds himself standing at a crossroads. For months, he has lived in the shadow of more influential figures, carefully waiting for the right opportunity to prove himself. That opportunity arrives in the form of confidential business information that could shift the balance of power between several major companies in Genoa City. Matt knows the risks. If anyone discovers what he's planning, his reputation will be ruined overnight. Yet the temptation of finally stepping out of the shadows is too great to ignore. Against his better judgment, He secretly arranges a late-night meeting with a mysterious investor who promises unlimited financial backing. The deal sounds too good to be true. As the two shake hands in a deserted parking garage, Matt believes he's taking control of his destiny. What he doesn't realize is that someone has been watching every move from a distance. Hidden in the darkness, a familiar face quietly records the entire meeting. The evidence could become a weapon capable of destroying Matt before his ambitious plan ever begins. Across town, Devin is dealing with problems that money cannot solve. Already overwhelmed by family responsibilities and business pressures, he receives shocking news that leaves him questioning everyone around him. Someone he trusted has been keeping a devastating secret. At first, Devin refuses to believe it. He searches for another explanation, convinced there must be some misunderstanding. But every conversation only uncovers more painful truths. His disappointment quickly transforms into anger. Friends attempt to calm him down, reminding him that acting out of emotion often leads to regret. Their advice falls on deaf ears. Devin has reached the point where patience no longer feels possible. He storms into a heated confrontation that quickly spirals out of control. Harsh accusations fill the room. Long-buried resentments surface. Painful memories are weaponized. By the time the shouting finally stops, several relationships appear damaged beyond repair. Devin walks away believing that trust has been shattered forever. Yet beneath his anger lies heartbreak. More than anything, he feels abandoned by the people he believed would never let him down. His emotional collapse isn't simply about one betrayal, it's about years of disappointment finally catching up with him. Elsewhere, Victor Newman continues watching his family navigate endless conflict. The legendary businessman has spent decades winning corporate battles and protecting those he loves. But even he knows there are some fights money concern has always been Nikki. Their relationship has survived betrayal, illness, family drama, and countless personal sacrifices. Time and again, they have found themselves pulled apart by circumstances beyond their control, only to discover that their connection remains impossible to erase. After another emotional misunderstanding leaves them separated, Victor begins reflecting on everything they've overcome together. Instead of responding with pride, he makes an unexpected decision. He chooses vulnerability. Victor arrives with no elaborate speech, no business strategy, and no attempt to control the situation. He simply speaks from the heart, admitting that life has little meaning without Nikki beside him. For a brief moment, silence fills the room. Nikki studies his face, searching for signs of manipulation. Instead, she sees the man she first fell in love with, the husband who has stood beside her through life's greatest triumphs and darkest tragedies. Tears begin forming in her eyes. She quietly admits that despite every disagreement, her feelings have never disappeared. Without another word, Victor reaches for her hand. She doesn't pull away. The emotional reunion reminds everyone why they remain one of Genoa City's most iconic couples. Their love has never been perfect, but perfection was never what made them special. It has always been their willingness to fight for one another, even after unimaginable heartbreak. As Victor and Nikki embrace, it feels like hope has finally returned to the Newman family. Unfortunately, peace never lasts long in Genoa City. The hidden recording of Matt's secret meeting suddenly lands in unexpected hands. Instead of using it immediately, the mysterious observer chooses to wait for the perfect moment. The timing couldn't be worse. Matt has already invested everything into his dangerous scheme. Public exposure would destroy his career, cost him important allies, and potentially lead to criminal investigations. He's walking directly into a trap without realizing it. Meanwhile, Devin's emotional outburst creates ripple effects throughout the community. Friends begin choosing sides. Business partnerships grow increasingly unstable, and rumors spread faster than anyone can contain them. Several people wonder whether Devin crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed. Others believe his anger was completely justified. The division threatens to create lasting consequences for everyone involved. As the week draws to a close, The three storylines begin intersecting in surprising ways. Matt's risky decision attracts attention from powerful enemies. Devon's emotional breakdown opens the door for opportunistic rivals eager to exploit his vulnerability. Victor and Nikki, newly reunited, recognize that family unity will be more important than ever as fresh challenges emerge. Just when it appears the dust is beginning to settle, one final twist changes everything. An anonymous message arrives containing a single sentence. The truth always comes out. No signature, no explanation, only a warning that someone knows far more than they should. Matt stares at the message in stunned silence. Devon senses another betrayal waiting around the corner. Victor immediately realizes that a larger game has begun, one that could threaten not only business empires but the people he loves most. With loyalties shifting, secrets multiplying, and emotions running higher than ever, Genoa City stands on the edge of another unforgettable chapter. One risky decision, one emotional explosion, and one long-awaited reunion have set the stage for conflicts that promise to reshape lives in ways no one could have predicted. In true The Young and the Restless fashion, every victory comes with a price, every secret creates another mystery, and every promise of happiness is shadowed by the possibility of heartbreak. The only certainty is that the next surprise is never far away, and no one in Genoa City is ever truly safe from the consequences of the choices they make.